Yo, when you look at damn the history, because like just listen to everything you talked about with all your peers, seeing everybody grow. Like you come from, I guess some people would consider the golden era of hip hop. Like
I would say so.
Yeah,
you come from that stock. You guys influenced a whole generation of kids on how to think, who are now probably grown men, and now they move like hustlers, they move like bosses and things like that. And now you guys are at a certain age. What's your thoughts when you see you and your peers boss up the way y'all do? And when y'all was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, coming up in the game, getting robbed by the industry, this, that, and the third, but coming out to where you're Nore, Jay, Puff, and y'all guys all Nas, and you guys are all kind of doing
power
it.
circle.
Not on Jay, Puff, or Nas level, but I like your opinion.
But I mean, I see you as an influencer. You are a shaker.
Yeah, I think
you know what I'm
I
saying
appreciate
of this
that.
whole thing. And you, all the people, Nas, Jay, Diddy, they respect you at a high, crazy level.
I feel anybody that made it towards the billionaire status owes us. That's the reason why I chose a position when it came time for me to go Hollywood. I could have left the culture. I could have left Revolt. I could have left Spotify. I didn't have to. Not Spotify. Tidal.
Right.
I didn't have to do the deal with Tidal. Excuse me. I could have left Revolt. Didn't have to do the deal with Tidal. Didn't have to do the deal with Mass Appeal.
Yeah, you work with Nas as well. That's crazy.
So I sat back and I said, it was a time where I'm helping them almost. You know what I'm saying? Because they're starting their podcast companies, and in that world, I'm them.
Right.
I'm Jay. I'm Nas in that world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when they called me and was like, yo, can we do business? And, Peter from Mass Appeal and Nas, and I was just like, you know what? This is my time to give back to the culture. This is my time not to leave the culture. This is my time. And trust me, if I could have took those other deals, I'd have been pulling up here. I'd have been pulling up here and
No, hold on.
Spaceships.
You pull up in a Maybach. Chill,
but I'm talking about I'd have put them in four of them. But I took that deal.
Might have been a helicopter.
And nobody else in the car. It's just been me. That's just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Trust me.
Autonomous just driving themselves and shit, right?
But you know what it was? I was like, you know what? I know I say wild shit. I know I do wild shit. There's people, if I do business with them, maybe they will want to own a percentage of ownership. Puff didn't do that to me. Nas didn't do that to me. Jay didn't do that to me. They knew that I was coming from a position of ownership, and that's where I wanted to stay.
That's fine.
So that's the reason why they all lived out their raps, where they saying, yo, we ain't taking people's ownerships and we ain't taking people's masters.
And that's real. Right.
I made all three of them. I don't know if I made all three of them live it out, or if they was all three of them living it out already, but they knew it, and they agreed to my deal. I agreed to their positions, and it was a beautiful thing. It was an example of, we can grow, and we can be to a certain position, and we can stay within our culture.
Right.
So many people do that, and they'll go to, not to say Spotify is not our culture, or they'll go to a whatever.
Right.
When you know what? Tidal's a dope fucking place to be.
Facts.
But Revolt was a fucking dope fucking channel.
Even on Tidal,
you know what I'm saying?
man.
Well, Mass Appeal is a ill fucking audio company, and we helped apply that. And I'm very proud of that moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm very proud of the moment of me not, quote unquote, selling out. And
y'all niggas always drug dealers who got into the game,
hey, yeah, damn.
started rapping.
I didn't look at it like that.
All y'all niggas
do.
hood niggas. Like, cause to me, that shit is amazing.
It is amazing.
How black men from the inner city could take over America.
But to be honest, like, I feel like that's the edge. That's the edge. You can't beat that.
Was down?
No, you can't beat that.
Okay.
I felt like they understood me. I felt like when I said, yo, look, this is what I want to do and this is how I want to do it, I felt like this was my first time looking out for them, like saying, yo, you know what? I'm from a bigger stance of negotiation. Mass Appeal didn't really have any podcast at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Tidal only had Rap Radar. You know what I'm saying? So it was a different audience. Like, so I felt like we negotiated from a great standpoint, and it was crazy because we did it so great that we didn't have to tell each other. Like, I didn't have to tell Revolt. I didn't have to, because the way the shit is structured, we own our own shit. Mm-hmm. So they found out when the press release was press released, but I feel like everyone complied. Everyone sat back and said, okay, that's a genius move. We wish we would have told us up front earlier, but they understood the reason why, and we kept it with the culture. Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna go left a little bit, Nore.
Let's go left.
Go left.
Go left. Go left.
Go left.
Nah, the only reason is because I feel like
left.
this shit was a big ass topic at one point in hip hop. This whole Illuminati shit, right? When you look at battle rap now, right? There's niggas now doing the Illuminati shit.
Oh yeah,
now,
Meth
right?
brought
For
me
battle
in.
rap. Meth brought
me in.
So
that's what the word is.
right now, right?
Okay.
They got the niggas with the handshakes. They doing this shit for battle rap.
Right.
So
Okay.
it made me look at like, damn, was a lot of people wrongfully like shitting on a lot of the guys? Like I seen, people make Jay an Illuminati, all these people in the Illuminati, right?
Yeah.
But then I look back like, damn. So these guys didn't work hard. They didn't become successful on their own. They didn't do none of this shit. And we've seen you on Vlad. You spoke about it, this, that, and the third, and things like that.
Yeah.
But is it an unfair thing to put on
it's
on
an
people?
unfair thing because of course does it exist? Maybe it's something like that. But at the end of the day,
Because I don't believe none of it now.
I don't now neither. The
hold
further I got, I don't believe it none now neither. But
Right.
I did believe it at one point. I did, I was approached. I was where a person asked me, yo, such and such. And I was just like, nah, like,
Such and such. Like, what do
like,
you mean?
yo, because at the end of the day, you probably make it to where you make it on your own.
Right.
But a lot of people will offer you something to sustain that.
On the way.
And at that moment, this was. I don't know if it was that person or if this was a whole entity that came with it. But I was offered something and I just wasn't with it. And then they said, "Good luck, young man. You're on your own." And I never went platinum since.
Wait, so what did they offer you?
They was just like, you walk this way or you come this way, and
That's weird.
Did they ask about like sacrifices or something?
Nah, I didn't go that far. Like I was just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go this way, and that was their exact words.
What impact did they sell you on? Did they say, hey, we could do such and such and such?
Nah, they didn't. It wasn't like that.
It was subtle.
I wasn't really wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
If that was the case, it really wasn't allowed. Or maybe I was bugging. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The thing about it was, I did never go platinum again. I did never go platinum
No,
again.
so it's a conspiracy somehow.
So I kind of thought that. But when I came back, and maybe it was me, because I figured out another way to do it. Maybe
Right.
I've run its course. Like it doesn't matter how dope you are. The audience gets tired of you after a while.
Right.
Now you could blame it on, oh shit, I wasn't fucking with this guy, or I wasn't with this guy, or you could say, yo, the
I ain't signed
audience
this
gets
contract.
tired of you.
Yeah.
Things
So,
change, yeah.
at that time, when I was being offered something just once, I thought that. I really thought that this was what that moment was. This was Illuminati, and I turned it down. And the fact is, I did. And nothing, like I was still successful. I just wasn't successful as I was prior to that moment. Right. So I always thought that. You know what I mean? Okay. Now, could I have been bugging? Of course. Could I have been correct? Of course. I actually don't know. But I can tell you like this time I've made it all 1,000,000% without that being approached. Now, is that because I'm not as powerful as I was back then? Okay. I don't know. Was I bugging back then? I don't really know. I just know that I'm safe. I don't deal with none of that shit. The worship shit that is.
But I just wanted to kind of clarify.
But it was weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird for me at that point in my life. It was weird. Yeah.
So I wanted to just see if it's unfairly put on like a lot of the industry
Yes,
artists.
it's
I feel
unfairly
like,
could because
the thing at one point
this.
everybody's Illuminati. It's like everybody
no. Everybody's successful.
Successful.
Oh yeah, successful
was Illuminati.
Successful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
And that's kind of corny because the thing about it is this. First off, when you really research Illuminati, that is Rockefeller, not Jay-Z Rockefeller. This is Rockefeller.
Yeah.
These are people.
These are the 1% of the world.
These are a lot of people who probably won't even meet with black people.
Feel me?
Right.
You understand? So if there was an Illuminati, it should be a black version of Illuminati.
Yeah.
Now that
And I think that's
version,
cool.
I kind of down with that version.
I like
If that version
Cool.
does exist,
I like that.
if that version does exist,
I'll
I
sign
would
up.
be down.
Yeah, I'll sign up.
But
Yeah.
I've never been offered that version. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to tell you, it's either I'm not that successful or that shit just doesn't exist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the further we went, because back then, I didn't understand. So what I thought, that's how I interpreted it. I thought that way. But the further I get, it's not that at all.
Yeah.
The further I get, people are either, and like I see people say, when you get to a certain lift, they want you to cut your
$10
people
million
off,
club.
and they want you to such and such. And I'm gonna tell you
Sacrifice somebody.
something. I'm gonna tell you something. This is real shit. The further I get, not only I don't follow rules, the further I get, I make the rules.
Right.
Talk about it.
I've been making the rules for the last 10 years of my career. Right. Like, not just when Drink Champ started. Like, I've been going to places with 35 deep for 15 years.
And they tell you can't bring nobody.
Listen, fuck y'all. What y'all gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah, come on.
Right,
so,
you gonna do it.
So is there some truth to it? I think there should be. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's just a weird thing. Have I ever seen it personally? No. I've never seen no sacrifice, no Illuminati, no, you know, cut your head off, you know, finger pop you shit. I've never seen that.
Never.
Now, does it exist? Maybe. I know, but I don't think in our culture.
Do people have deviances, things that, that's all real. But it's like, come on.
I don't think in our culture. And I think if it did exist, they don't even want our culture involved with that.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But our culture should actually form our own version. We should all have insurance. We should all have, like, there's no reason any battle rapper that sacrificed 20 years of their life could get cancer and he has to die.
He has to do a GoFundMe.
Oh yeah. This should be that. There shouldn't be that. Like, you know, there should be insurance. There should be, I'm talking about, you know, there's people who sacrifice their whole life. Maybe they're not as successful as a Nas or maybe as successful or even an MOP. Like, even if that's the case, if they, you know, sacrifice their life for 20 years, they should be taken care of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just a fact. Like, that's just in any other business. And you would sit back and say, yo, all right, well, we don't have insurance and we don't have that. Then why the fuck we ain't making it for ourselves?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I need help. I've been trying to do this for 4 years. You know, I need help. I can't do it on my own. You know, so if a black Illuminati existed, I'd have got down with them already. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have got down. I'd have been the fifth person online. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd have been rolling up. If it took me long, I might have been third. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'd have been like, yo, come on, accept me how I am. You know, because we deserve, like, entertainers, period. We deserve to stop being the entertainment. Like, we are the entertainment, but what I mean by that is that's not just it. Like, when you look at me, I'm the co-creator, I'm the motherfucking executive producer, I'm the regular producer, I'm all that. But people just look at me like talent. That's great. Then they're not wearing the glasses you wearing because they can't really see like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's about time for us. Like, so if we could form a union like that, I would love to.
Think it's possible?
Yeah, I actually do think it's possible. I think it's possible because I think the more successful that we have, the more we're starting to trust people.
Kanye's a billionaire. Dr. Dre's a billionaire. Jay-Z's a billionaire.
We starting to trust people.
Diddy, like, so.
Yep.
But looking at it like this is like, these are hip hop artists reaching these levels.
Let me show you something. Yeah. Everybody who had bread said, "Fuck it, we don't care about Joe Biden's tax cuts. Let's just get this guy out of here," right? Everybody who had bread that was like somewhat a Democrat or whatever, everyone said, we don't give about fuck Joe Biden's tax cuts. Why we can't say we don't give a fuck about hip hop's tax cuts? We don't give a fuck about hip hop's taxes. Like, we should pay a tax in hip hop. We should actually pay a tax. We should pay a tax and we should give it to our Church of Scientology, of hipology. Hip-hopology. We should give it to them. And we should have people that we trust running.
I feel like KRS-One is going to call my phone tomorrow about this.
No. We spoke to Chris about it.
Yeah.
We spoke to Chris. We spoke to Swiss about it. But the fact is, the conversation is open to somebody that should come, like a Killer Mike or Killer Mike's bank. He has a black bank.
Yeah.
He has a black bank. Yeah, we put it in the black bank. It's all transparent. Everyone can see it. Whenever it's a deposit made or transferred or whatever, it's all transparent. And I feel like we should do that. I feel like everybody in hip hop, if you was dedicated to this culture, comes a time in your life, your mother's sick and you want to move to Honduras, we should take care of that.
Because there's no solution right now.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with put the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard. Yo, Jim, I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got as the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now I'm rock with you niggas.